What's up, guys? You probably haven't heard this name in a long time. Keandrin Quinzel Jones. Some people also call him Kankan for some reason. Recently went on a rant on his Instagram story. I don't know what was up. Maybe the baby's been keeping him up at night. I'm not sure what's going on, but he randomly took to Instagram and had like this, I wouldn't say a rant actually, but he just started dissing this guy named Lunchbox, who I'm actually not like a huge fan of, but I'm gonna defend, in this video a little bit because, I feel like I'm a pretty fair guy and I don't really think he did anything wrong. But before we talk about any of that, we gotta look into what Kankan said in the first place. And I'm not gonna lie, Kankan is funny as hell. But anyways, here's what he said. So Kankan went on his story and said, "Bro, new jazz sucks and that fat guy Lunchbox sucks too. Jesus." Laughing emoji. Lunchbox then went on his story, screenshotted Kankan's story and said, "Facts." I guess just like toying with him. Kankan then said, "No, I'm not beefing with his fat self. He just sucks and the genre sucks. Sorry." He then said, "Fake yeet beats." He then said, "You guys love subgenres of another subgenre. Jesus." A fan then DM'd him and said, "Save us from new jazz, please." He says, "I will, I promise." Laughing emoji. Another fan DM'd him and said, "Who or what is new jazz, LMAO?" And he said, "Exactly. I'm damn near finna delete that post. It's not even lit enough. MFs don't even know what it is." And then he posted a picture of Lunchbox, and I guess he's kind of like making fun of his weight, Here's the picture. Probably looks nice though, I'm not gonna lie. Nice Jordans too. A fan then DM'd him, "Never mind, I see now. They just making new categories as an excuse why this stuff not good enough for the main genre." Kankan then said, "I forgot when the originators don't drop, y'all deride the closest sounding clone." Lunchbox, of course, was not going to take that very well. That's like his thing. He's the originator and creator of new jazz, the most innovative genre in the underground in the last 20 years. I'm just kidding, but basically, one of Lunchbox's producers named Amir said, "This you gang at Kankan. Goofy, you was in my DMs asking for those fake yeet beats." Basically, just like Kankan, and he's sending like drip emojis, which is kind of funny, I'm not gonna lie. And he was like, email, and he sent him the beat mail. So the whole point of that was like Kankan was dissing them, but in reality, he was actually like messing with that wave at one point, and he really was. Him and like Two Cup Terry in his camp and everyone, they're all like, "Yo, Lunchbox." They weren't like that, but they were like co-signing him because he was co-signed by Yeet. I'm guessing something happened, and I'll go into that later. Lunchbox then responded one final time and said, "They on my eggplant for no reason." He then dissed Kankan and said, "He literally raps on rage beats with bells, lol." And then the producer Amir Prod said lol and dissed him too. And I'm not gonna lie, new jazz has been like run into the ground by Lunchbox. At this point, he's dropped like 2 tapes that are like 20 songs long each or something, and he's dropped a ton of singles. If you go on to SoundCloud, it's actually completely wiped for some reason. I have no idea why he did that. That's just annoying as a fan. I remember I was trying to listen to one of his songs once, and I was like, I couldn't remember the song. I just remembered the album, and then I was like, okay, I gotta open Spotify now. And I didn't do that because I'm not doing all that to listen to a Lunchbox song. But anyways, what really happened, no one really knows. Kankan didn't really say anything. What I'm guessing is because, by the way, I think when Lunchbox was getting dissed by Dom Corleo, Kankan was like low-key co-signing, or not co-signing, like rocking with Dom. Like he was laughing in the comments and stuff, and people were like, "Yo, what does he have to do with this?" And I guess they just thought it was funny or something. But it seems like he's got his own problems with Lunchbox, and I don't know. Maybe it's just like he's a little weird or something. I don't know, because he did randomly diss Dom Corleo, but that's a Dom Corleo, you know what I mean? They have like, they're cool with each other and stuff, or they were cool and they had like a thing. Kankan and Lunchbox never made any music together. They were just cool at a certain point. Yeah, I really wonder what he did to piss him off that much. But anyways, I did make a video called "Who is Lunchpail and What is New Jazz?" I mean, "Who is Lunchbox and What is New Jazz?" That was like a Freudian slip. I didn't mean to make fun of him, but I'm gonna kind of like reiterate some of my points in that video, because at the time I made it, and I guess New Jazz wasn't like, it wasn't new, it wasn't brand new that back then. It wasn't like something super groundbreaking, and everyone was like, "Oh my god, what's this new thing?" But a lot of people didn't know about it, so I made a video on it. And in that video, when I made that video, I basically said I'm not the biggest fan of this. I basically explained I wouldn't even call it a new subgenre, and that's kind of what Kankan is saying here and what a lot of people are agreeing with. And then I also said I don't like his music that much. What's ironic too is I just listened to one of his newer snippets, and that's like one of the best snippets by him, I believe. Like I like that song, or that snippet at least. That was dropped right before I think he got dissed by Kankan. And to me, the whole new jazz thing just isn't like a I feel like just making a style of music that's just a little bit different and calling it new jazz is just corny and lame. Like, imagine, you know, artists like Summers or Kankan even, like every little thing they called it a new subgenre. Like, you know, remember Summers like 2019 wave when he was hopping on Eddie Gianni beats? He could have called that like ghost rap or something. You know what I mean? He could have called that something corny like new jazz too and made it a whole thing. And, you know, like Yeet is way more, or Yeet's type beats are honestly, I would say like the first stuff he was hopping on was, his stuff was just as innovative, if not more, than what Lunchbox was doing. Because remember, Lunchbox is playing on the certain like underground type beats, and his producers added their own spin and bounce to it. Yeet's producers did the same thing, but with like Cardi beats and like that type of, I wouldn't say Cardi, he didn't rip off Cardi or anything, but like that wave, and they just added their own spin and bounce to it with like the hi-hats and stuff. And he could have easily said, oh, this is my new genre either. So the whole like genre stuff, like that's kind of corny to me. The only other people who I know have like invented genres were Baby Santana, and he was like 14 years old. So like, you know, we can't compare this guy to a 14-year-old. To me, it seems more that this stuff comes out of like ego or something. Like he wants to be known for starting this genre, and like that, you know, like why else would you coin it and make it a whole new genre or subgenre even? Like, you know, Kankan wasn't wrong when he said you guys love subgenres of subgenres of subgenres. Like, rap is a genre. Underground rap, I guess you could say, is a subgenre. And then new jazz is like a subgenre of like that underground rap. I don't even know how to explain it, but like it's a very like niche pocket. So much so where I wouldn't even call it a genre, because a genre has to encompass something. You know what I mean? Like, you can't be the only artist in your genre. Then it's not a genre. That doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? Like, you know, you can't just have a couple clones and be like, this is a genre, guys. This is a genre, new jazz. You know, but another thing I was surprised about is a lot of people actually, I'm not surprised, but a lot of people started agreeing with Kankan. They just started saying, yeah, this stuff is trash. I mean, where was that when I made that video? Y'all were all like, and I don't even care about people disagreeing with me, but you know, people just change their minds so fast. It's kind of funny to see people switch up on Lunchbox and new jazz. Anyways, that's all I really have to say for this video. I honestly think Lunchbox seems like a cool person. If you watch that video I made on him, you'll find out about a couple things about his personal life that, you know, that'll make you respect him more. I think he lost his father at a young age and stuff like that, and he came up as a producer for Sheck West. He's not like a lame dude or anything. It's just the whole new jazz thing to me is kind of like, all right, bro, okay. You know what I mean? Like, I actually play the piano, and I played the piano for like 10 years, and jazz, obviously it's a whole new genre, but the whole idea of jazz is like, jazz has its own music theory, its own rhythm, its own this, it has its own culture. For something to become a genre, there needs to be like a real wave, not like one rapper who has like some tiny song blow up, and it has to be substantially different. I feel like Kankan is kind of like just stating the obvious here. That's kind of like my overall, you know, view on it. He's not like saying anything groundbreaking, to be honest. Like, this isn't like really hard or that controversial. It was just funny the way he came at him, like, damn, that dude Lunchbox is trash, man, he sucks. Like, that was funny for sure. Lastly, this is gonna put some like pressure on Kankan. You know, when he drops, all the Lunchbox fans they're gonna be ready to pounce. You know, not just those fans, a lot of fans are gonna be like, you know, they've been waiting for a long time. Of course, there have been hundreds of leaks, maybe not hundreds, but like at least 100 or 200, like a bunch of leaks. So if you're a really big fan, you would never really be in a drought for Kankan music, and he's got a lot of old songs, so it is going to be interesting to see when he drops music. Anyways, thanks for watching. Have a nice day. See you tomorrow. Bye.